And good Thursday evening to all you fine folks out there on the World Wide Web. You're tuned in live and in color to Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. It is October the 3rd, 2024, and you're watching in full Technicolor Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show live on Thursday night on Facebook and on YouTube. If you're watching on the Facebook, please reach over and hit the like button and hit the share button. Let everybody know that you're a fan of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, and our broadcast will be on your page. And hey, don't forget about our YouTube channel. Hey, if you want to watch it on your video screen at home, your television at home, in large diameter, Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, you can watch it on our YouTube channel. Hey, you can go back and you can watch Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show all the way back to 2020. 2020, wasn't that when you kicked it off? 2020 of April of 2020. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, I think you're right. I have no reason to argue with you.
And you can go back and watch every episode in chronological order. You can watch them from front to back, back to front. You can jump in the middle and watch one. You can watch them until your heart is content. And that's the Dirt Road Sports Show YouTube channel. Boys, it is October. Man, this year has flown by. It's going to be Christmas before we know it. Glad to be back with you fine folks tonight. We praise the Lord and thank God above that we were spared in extreme southeast Alabama, extreme southwest Georgia, northwest Florida. Our prayers, all of those to the east of us, all up the coast of Georgia, the Panhandle, the Big Bend of Florida, all the way up into North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky. Our prayers go out to those people. We missed y'all last week, but it's good to be back with you tonight live. We're live here tonight at our studio in Enterprise, Georgia. Our studio, 100% Flamingo Boulevard, Georgia, and that studio rocking at turn number 3 at the old Rocket Speedway in Dothan, Alabama. Live all across the great United States of America and in foreign countries where it's legal and illegal. You want to go ahead and get that flowing?
No. Yeah, let me get this. Yeah, let me get this. Y'all bear with me. Let me get this.
Nothing like live television, and one of our guests takes a phone call and steps away from the studio. But anyway, we're live tonight, all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, and 4 sunken islands. And ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell on to the right hand of the screen, you can tell, let me mute him because he is getting on my nerves with that noise and that whining and grinding and all that he's doing. Let's see if he... Anyway, can we go? Are we good to go ahead? Are we good to go ahead now?
Yeah, that was Goocher calling. He says that we overlapping one another with our voice on his end. I wonder if anybody else having the same audio problem.
I don't know if you can hear us clear on the audio. If you would put it in the comment so we can determine if it is a network problem or if it is a Goocher technological problem. It's one of the two.
Whatever it is, we want to get it straightened out.
That's it.
No problem with Justin Long.
Justin Long, yep, no problem there. Coming to us live. Levon Nichols, we're sounding good up in Albany and in Bainbridge. So anyway.
Must be old Gucci's in.
That's it. Baker County, Georgia, live, the great sovereign state of Baker County, Georgia. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. It is time for nothing but the truth and the whole truth. And if you do not subscribe to Common Sense, Judeo-Christian conservative principalities and thinking, then you probably are on the wrong channel. You're probably on the wrong channel. Probably need to go ahead and turn the channel, watch something else, or file your fingernails, or go cook some chitlins and rice, or do something. Just, you don't want to watch us. Anyway, but if you do subscribe to that and you're a common sense thinking person and you believe in Judeo-Christian values and all of that, then you're at the right place at the right time. Do not Do not turn the channel. And Floyd, I'm getting word there. You might need to. They said speak up because the court reporter would be chastising you in court. Is what our is.
How does
That's
this
right.
sound, Shekels? Does it sound
Oh, all right, boys. We live tonight. Brand new big screen. Brand new big screen. 106 direct inches in diagonal. No decimals tonight. This was an American made TV, 106 diagonal inches of pure Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show tonight. Grover's. We're live at Grover's. Grover's grilled spotted owl nuggets. Grover's glow in the dark donkey basketball. Listen to this one, Floyd. Grover's Gourd Emporium and Tax Prep Services.
Yeah. I think it's defunct.
Grover's Girls Gone Wild, the Lost Hillary Clinton episodes. And Grover's gluten-free fried hog hides in Grand Ridge, Florida.
I've been by there a couple of times. I don't know if I stopped or not. Can I say something?
I don't think Grover's gourd and tax preparation emporium where he's at in Grand Ridge is busted, but it's the one in Dawsonville. You know, it demised, if you will. It ceased.
Before he went on to glory, he bought him out, all of his gold.
Oh Lord, there's a story there.
I didn't. He offered me a free episode of Girls Gone Wild, the Lost Hillary Clinton episodes, but I turned him down. I told him to give it to somebody that he didn't like.
I got you.
We got folks coming in on the screen all over, and let me say something to some folks that childhood friend grew up with a buddy in Enterprise, Alabama. We played together and grew up in school together. Jim Mims is tuned in Prosper, Texas, so he can find out what's going on in the homeland. And then we got old buddy Ray Barrickman, bass guitarist for the Bama Band up in Kentucky. And one of my great friends, Ron Fuller, the Tennessee stud, is watching in Sevierville, Tennessee.
Oh.
And Ron, we appreciate you. And if you want to hear good stories, go to anywhere you download podcast and listen out for the Tennessee stud, Ron Fuller. He tells stories of how his granddaddy started the wrestling business many, many moons ago down here in the deep South. But a lot of good friendship there through the years, and hopefully we'll get everything straightened out one night and bring Ron on with us. And he needs to talk to you, Marvin, about some of the things to do with these restream things and everything. We got to get together on that.
Yeah. And he's who did you say you got? You got somebody in Kentucky. What part of Kentucky are they in?
Ray, I forget exactly what spot Ray is in. I don't think it's one of the hard hit areas, but and we're going to talk a lot tonight, folks, about we were very blessed here in southeast Alabama, southwest Georgia, but folks on the coast of Florida, Perry, Florida, you just make the line on up through Moultrie, Georgia, Valdosta. The towns keep going and the destruction keeps going. And then something happened in parts of North Carolina that I don't think anybody has got their head wrapped around yet. It's the worst thing I've ever seen, and I'm 69 years old. I know Katrina was bad, but you build a town 5 feet below the sea level, you could expect for something to be bad when a storm comes up. That's just common sense. But those folks in parts of Tennessee, Carolinas, all up through North Georgia, anywhere from 15 to 30 inches of rain. This is something that it's bigger than what any of us ever expected.
And Charlie, we've got. I want to play a video right now. We've got. I know several people and several groups. Our church is doing one, and I'll put that up in just a little bit. But there are several places that are doing supply drives for people. I know these two. I'm gonna play you a video of Justin Long over at Long's Farms in Bainbridge, Georgia. We got a lot of people in the Southwest Georgia area that visit Long's Farms, and I want to play this video. This is an outreach that they are doing to try to get supplies over to people in Southeast Georgia, especially in the communities that might not be as notable or have as much population.
Hello, everybody. This is Justin Long with Long Farms. We're asking for anybody out there that's our customers, or if you're not our customers, to stop by and drop off some. Check out our Facebook page. We'll have the different stuff we may need on there. We're in need of some tarps and charcoal, barbed wire, canned goods, bottled water, whatever you think those people over there east of us need. We are going to set up a place here to where we'll put it in bin boxes on pallets. We're going to wrap it up. That way we can strap it, wrap it, tie it up and all that, and put it in our trailers along with the other farmers around here. And we're going to take it east there to some counties that's not quite getting the publicity that a lot of other counties are getting in towns. And we want to take it over there to them by Monday at lunch. I'd like to have it so we can leave here by Monday afternoon or not Tuesday morning and have it over there to them before it's too late. Thank y'all so much.
And we appreciate. We appreciate the Long family and all that they're doing over there, especially for the farming communities in those small areas. Also, our church, Flat Creek Baptist Church, is doing a donation drive, and we're sending it to Valdosta to the Redland Baptist Church Camp Rock Ministry. This week, they have been feeding on average 2,000 people per day, Charlie, 2,000 people per day that they've been feeding. And we are looking for those items you see on your screen there. We're going to collect those until next Wednesday, the 9th, and then our guys are going to go over on the 10th or the 11th and deliver all of those in a trailer to Valdosta. So if you're in the Southwest Georgia area, my phone number's on there. You can give me a call if you want to drop some supplies off, or if you're close enough, we can pick them up. All of that would be appreciated. If you're over in the Bainbridge area or going that way, or a customer of Long's, hey, listen, all these are going to the right places, and they're going to be given to the people that are in need. And it doesn't matter where you give, just give from the bottom of your heart. Because I don't know if y'all remember, but when Michael came, those people sure were good to us in this area by bringing supplies and all of that. So we just encourage you to please help these people out. Help them out. Right there in Bainbridge, Georgia, all you got to do is go by Long Farms. Go by there and drop some supplies off and pick you up some vegetables while you're there. I know that the Long family would appreciate you, but we appreciate them doing this outreach effort in the Decatur County area with the farmers. I know he said, talking about barbed wire and all that. I mean, there were a lot of farmers that got affected in those real small rural communities of Southeast Georgia that are hurting.
I got a place that I want to mention, 431 Automotive and Tate Garage next to El Dorado in Headland on the 4-lane. They're going to be taking up stuff starting tomorrow, and you can drop, and they're looking for a little bit of everything. Drop it by, and you can call them and ask them some of the things they may need. Our buddy KW Keen at Wolf Radio sent us that, and you can tune into Wolf probably and find out what all they need. But they're going to be taking stuff there. They'll be bringing a big truck in on Monday, and it'll be there for several days. So they fill that truck up, and they're going to the right place. A lot of people, Marvin asked me, if you want to give money, what do you do? And we've all got our own, people that we might want to deal with. But the two that stand out to me, and we can discuss that if you want to, is Samaritan's Purse and the Salvation Army. They don't have the administrative cost that some of the other people have. That the most money and the biggest bang for your buck, I would think, would be between Samaritan's Purse and the Salvation Army. What's your opinion?
I agree with you totally, Charlie, and that's why I happen to know a pastor of where we're taking the supplies, and we kind of vetted and made sure. And I know people are leery of it, but hey, here's what I say about it: give. if somebody misuses it, the Lord will handle that with them. It's about giving from your heart, and whether it's in Headland, whether it's through Flat Creek, whether it's Long Farms, or wherever you're located in Southeast Alabama, Northwest Florida, or Southwest Georgia, let's help these people. Let's give back to them and help them in their time of need. Because, hey, we don't ever know when we may be in time of need. I know they were wonderful when Hurricane Michael came. Man, they were supplies showing up from all over the country. And I'll never forget that feeling of appreciativeness. And I think it's time now for us to kind of pay it forward or pay it back. So
Pay it back, Marvin. That's what we do. Yeah.
give.
We paying it back because we've been there. We've seen this during Michael, and I won't never forget the guys that from over around Norman Park that came in here with, and Caterpillar. Caterpillar is a big corporation, but Caterpillar, the Caterpillar dealerships in South Georgia, donated this equipment to be used to clean this stuff up. These guys came over with chainsaws, knew how to operate that equipment. I made one phone call to our preacher at our church, and in about 2 hours, there was about 2 skid steer loaders in here. There was about 3 guys with chainsaws in here. They was cleaning my yard up, and they didn't want nothing. They just said, just pay it forward, man. Just donate, to help somebody else. But those people came in here and helped us clean up. I mean, they didn't help us. They did it. They piled all them limbs and all that stuff. It was a wreck around here. Those people over there around Central and Southeast Georgia, they are just like we were. Can't hear me? You still can't hear me, Shane?
I don't know what's wrong. I mean, I hear you perfect. I got your mic loud. I don't.
Let's try this. Let's try this right here. Let's try this. What about now? Can you hear me now?
It didn't sound any different to me, but that's all right.
Well, it may be. Now we don't get Shamer hooked up over there. He may be like Gucci up there. Maybe some interference or something on his line.
I got you. Hey, while we want to give a big shout out right now, and I'll let you talk a little bit about this, Floyd. This is the Womble farming family from Donaldsonville, Georgia. And I like this. They are recognizing a 20-year veteran employee of their farm. Floyd, tell them a little bit about Chicken Wang.
Well, the Womble family is they've been in the farming business a long time, and there's not a harder working family than Bobby Joe and Mitchell Womble and Debbie, the mother and the wife. They hard working folks. They don't pick up truck farm. They get out there and get a hold of it. And I saw this on Facebook this morning, and it moved me. And I called Bobby and asked him would it be all right for us to do that, to do this tonight. But the Bobby Joe, the guy standing right next to the dad, Bobby, thought this deal up. And Chicken Wang is the guy holding the trophy. And Chicken Wang his real name is Wayne Brown, and he lives. And Bobby said he's not only our employee, he's our friend and our neighbor, and he has a key to everything that we own. So that's how close they are. And any of you people that might be listening, in San Francisco or either Martha's Vineyard or somewhere, you have no concept of how we are, what we do down here. This is what kind of people we are. And Bobby Joe Womble, the guy standing next to Chicken Wang with the trophy, he came up with the idea. He said, we need to do something special for Chicken Wang. And because he's been with us, and Chicken Wang runs the dump cart. And and Bobby said, let me tell you what, he said, it's hard to keep up with 3 6-rows with one dump cart. He said, but Chicken Wang can keep up with it. He can keep it moving. And if the dump cart don't move, let me tell you, nothing else moves. You ain't going nowhere. But the dump cart's got to move. Now, Chicken Wang is the keystone of our whole operation. But Bobby Joe came up with the idea, so let's get Chicken Wang a trophy. And, there's a lot of people go through their whole life, their entire life, and they've never had a trophy, never have had a plaque, or never have had any kind of award or anything. And it's a special thing to be able to recognize, and this is a special recognition. I mean, they could have given him $100 bill and took him out to eat or went and bought his lunch for him or something. But Chicken Wang and the Wombles will never, ever forget this event right here that happened today or yesterday with that presentation right there, and that's a, that's a presentation of appreciation, is what that is, and that works. So I always think about it. Think of some interesting way to do something special for people that are special to you, that love you and are your friends. It don't take much. I mean, the money can't buy that. The money cannot buy that. But they got it done, and my hat's off to them. I wouldn't ever thought it up. I would never thought something like that up. That's special. That's a special person.
That was good right there. Now I don't care who you are. That's good
Yeah.
stuff. Floyd, tell them how you talking about our friend.
Well, first of all, let me tell you about Ziggy B. She's been in business. This is her 2-year anniversary. She's been at the same place doing business the same way for 2 years, 2 solid years. I was in there this afternoon to get me some of those good steamed shrimp from her. She said, "Don't forget to tell them now, Floyd, that I've been here for 2 years." And she built this business from nothing. I mean, there was nothing but an empty building, and she built this business. And that's some of her wares right there. That's some of the stuff you can get when you go to Ziggy B's. And you won't ever be disappointed with your seafood that you get up there. And if you don't feel like cooking it, she'll steam it for you. She'll cut it exactly like you want it. She'll give you exactly what you want. She's got that good elderberry elixir that'll put lead in your pencil. It won't give you no more pencil, but it'll put lead in your pencil.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, easy now. Back off now. We all grown. Everybody's grown. And some of you folks, you people in Martha's Vineyard in San Francisco ain't got no idea what we're talking about. But that's all right. We're not trying to talk to y'all. We're talking to our people right now. But y'all go see Ziggy B. And listen, tomorrow night, Charlie Platt, tomorrow night, guess what tomorrow night is?
That's what I wanted to hear. I can't be. I am happy.
And
I
hey,
am happy.
don't forget Dirt Road Sports Special. Everybody else pays $12.99 because you saw it on the Dirt Road Sports and Charlie Platt show. $12.95 for you. You get a 4-cent discount.
Yeah, cash discount. Call that number right there, 229-758-5430. Call her. You call her tomorrow now and tell her what you want, and she'll have it ready for you. You can pick it up tomorrow afternoon about 4 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock. You can pick it up. Ziggy B, we love her.
Wayne says he can hear it, but it's crackling a little bit. I don't know.
I can't help all that. I can't. We're not technicians.
Yours is crackling a little bit, Marvin.
Mine?
It's
Oh, I don't.
a little heavy.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Y'all gonna have to just deal with it. That's all I can tell you. That's all I know.
They somebody pranking with us. They trying to hack us. You know, somebody trying to hack into us.
From
We
the
get so popular, and we tell the truth, and that some of them folks don't like the truth.
Yeah. Democratic National Committee is probably messing with us. See,
yesterday she's gonna get $750 every family affected up there in the Carolinas by the storm. How long $750 family afford in a situation like they're in? And why are we out of money? Great FEMA organization, and why are we out of money? Other things, it's because we're financing a bunch of illegal aliens in this country.
mm-hmm.
And that's why we, the people, must do what we're taught to do in the Bible in this particular case and give, because the government ain't gonna do it. Can't do it.
That's right.
That's sick.
Well, and I'm gonna tell you that.
That's where we are today. This is the third day, y'all. Listen, third day of the year. The fiscal year started October 1st. 1, 2, 3. And we're out of money for FEMA.
Yeah.
FEMA's the biggest joke that ever was.
Tell me about it. Let me tell you all about
Stupid.
FEMA. FEMA come to Cochran. They came to Cochran. We had the hurricane. It was all organized down there at the Baptist church. Had the generators going, had everything going. They was in there, man. There was a slew of them in there. They was taking applications. They were going to save you. They were going to give you everything that you needed and I knew it was I knew it was a BS deal to start with. So I go down there. Anyway, I said, I'm gonna see what's going on. So I go down there. They call me. I'm Nick. They called me over there. The woman started. She said, "Have a seat. Want to know what my name was and all that." And I told her, who I was. She was writing stuff down and putting it down, tapping it into a computer there. She started asking me questions. She wanted to know, did I own my home? I
Hmm.
do. Yes, ma'am. I said, "Oh." She said, and then how long have you lived there? And I told her that. She started out with the softball stuff first. Then she started throwing them curves at me. She said, "Do you have a checking account?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "How many do you have?" And I kind of crawfished on her a little bit. I said, "I have more than one." And then she wanted to know how much money I had in each checking account. And I told
Uh-oh.
her I didn't know. I had no idea. Didn't know. Then she wanted to know if I had any cash money. And at that point, I said, "Whoa!" I said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" I said, "Stop right now. I'm fixing to save you a lot of trouble, man." I said, "Everything that you just typed into that computer," I said, "you erase about me." I said, "Oh, I'm done with this conversation." And the fact that, like I have told one other person in the past, this conversation is over. And I got up and came on home. And Nadine said, "Got it." She said, "Well," she said, "how'd you go down?" I said, "It went about like I expected." Anyway, it did. It went just exactly like I expected. Not a penny. There, no, 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 no. There was only person I saw here from the federal government after Hurricane Michael came through. Me and two of my friends were on the roof of my house putting some shingles in, replacing some shingles that had got blown away. We were patching, if you will, and pulled up. Here's what she pulled up in my yard. Pulled up in my yard in my driveway. She got out. She had a vest on. She had her helmet just could fit down over her hair. She'd had that, and she had a vest on. She had a name tag on. And she pulled in my driveway, and she got out. And I got down off the ladder down there, and I went down there where she's at. She said, "Who's the contractor on this job?" I said, "Me." I said, "Me." Her badge she had on said OSHA. OSHA. She was with OSHA. She was from, and I guarantee you, them people they got enough information off of me at the FEMA report place down there where I went to. They knew who I was and they knew where I lived. They sent her there to harass me. They wanted to know who the contractor was. I said, "It's me." She said, "Who are these contractors?" I said, "No, they're my friends." And she said, "Well," she said, you're going against the regulations." I said, "What kind of regulations is that, ma'am?" She said, "Y'all don't have safety harnesses on." I said, "I don't have a safety harness on me." I said, "I don't own one, and I'm not going to have one." But anyway, she went on. I told her, I said, "Listen, ma'am," I said, I'm going to have to tell you the same way that I told the folks down at the FEMA place. I said, "This conversation is over." I said, "Now, the best thing you can do is get in your car and leave me alone." There I am on my roof patching shingles, and OSHA shows up at my house. So that is what you can expect from them over there. These places that have been hit, I'm telling you what you can expect. Uh, they're gonna swarm on you and they're gonna regulate you. And when it gets ready for them to do anything for you, they're gonna be non-existent. They're gonna be persona non grata. So
That's it.
tell you
That is,
like it is. Just telling you the truth.
yep, I see it. Charlie, tell them about our good friends at Sawega.
So we can meet on 27 between Colquitt and Blakely and 431 in Headland, Alabama. Stop by and see them tomorrow. The finest locally produced meat you'll find anywhere in this part of the country, anywhere in this country, period. Great steaks, great cuts of steak, ground beef. You'll also find great pork products like smoked and fresh pan sausage. A lot of great things to go along with it, great seasonings, and some great products from the folks at Working Cows Dairy at the Headland location. See them today. Great ribs, anything you want, the line of meat. They process their own meat. A lot of the meat that you buy there is processed right there at the plant on US 27, and it's sold there and in Headland. You won't find any better. Great locally produced products. Sowega Meat Company.
Charlie, I got that video. I was going to play that video. I know it's peanut harvesting time, and I'm assuming, where did you shoot this video?
This is in Headland, Alabama, this afternoon. In fact, we were out there, and just kind of give folks an idea who don't see this too often how this works, what's going on, as we kind of take a look at the video. You got it about ready to go?
And it won't let you talk over it. It mutes us when we play a video. So here we go.
And that, of course, is how it's done with the modest peanut picker and the John Deere tractor pulling it around.
I have no idea what happened to Floyd. I reckon that somebody got ticked off with him and may have cut him off the air. I don't know. But anyway, it's me and
We're
you.
having problems. I wanted to get Ron Fuller on tonight, but with the problems, let's try to work that in, Ron, next Thursday night and get a little conversation with one of the greatest stars in wrestling, Ron Fuller. We're having several little glitches in the equipment tonight. What did you do to it,
What?
Marvin? I mean,
Whitman's working good. It must be the internet. I don't know what's going on with the
yeah.
net. I'd
Well,
have no idea.
let me. Folks that are watching all over the country don't know this, but they're in Colquitt. Night before last, I believe it was. You had a power outage, and it was the fault of a power line from Georgia, a supplier, Georgia Power. But with all the crews sent to other parts of Georgia and the Carolinas to work, you had a little longer wait than what you expected to get the power back on in Colquitt, correct?
Yeah, we had a total blackout in Colquitt, and it was a transmission, something to do with transmission lines. But I do want to say this. They sent 4 crews from Valdosta, Georgia, that were working storm damage, deployed them over here to get it fixed, and yeah, it took a few hours, but hey, we understand. We know where they were and what they were doing, and we're very appreciative of it. Hey guys, our good friends at Phillips Auto Parts and the Holstered 9. Man, that is your place for all your automobile parts needs, whether it be agricultural, personal. Go see them at Phillips Auto Parts and the Holstered 9 in Colquitt, Georgia. They've got rabbit pellet grills. They've got automobile parts of all kinds. They've even got a gift shop in there, and they have a world-class gun shop. Whatever kind of gun you need, if they don't have it, they can get it, just like their auto parts. They don't have it, they can get it. They have ammunition. Hey, bow season just came in. Rifle season will be right around the corner. Bird season in. Hey, go see them, the Holstered 9. Ammunition, guns, firearms, all the hunting supplies and paraphernalia, hunting stands, hunting condos, feeders, anything you need in that line, the Holstered 9 on Highway 27 in Colquitt, Georgia. They have it for you, and they will fill all the needs that you have. Go see them, our good friends at Phillips Auto Parts and the Holstered 9, right there on Highway 27 under the big 2 American flags on Highway 27 in Colquitt.
My buddy Jim Mims out in Prosper, Texas, just printed out, said, all the folks up north are wondering where the peanut trees are. That's pretty good, Jim. That's probably 100% correct.
Hmm. Wow.
I
Oh yeah.
mean, I through the years working in TV as long as I did, I saw a lot of, and I'm not making fun. Y'all don't stone me for this, but I worked, seen a lot of young kids come through these news departments, and they have no idea how peanut is grown. A lot of them through the years will say, "Where's the peanut grove I'm going to do an interview in?" Peanut grove? Well, you turn right down the road, back to your left. No, they just don't know. And most people, this is a scary thing. Most people do not know where their food comes from.
Hmm.
They're like a bunch of Democrats. They think it all comes from the grocery store.
Mhm.
And that's the mentality of a lot of this country, unfortunately. But our farmers today are up against a wall like I've never seen them up against before. I sent word through her father just yesterday. The other morning, I was up watching the early morning news. I think this is when the thing in Israel, or this is after the debate or something. Anyway, Katie Britt, our U.S. senator, was on Fox, and she mentioned that there has not been a new farm bill since 2018, and our farmers are hurting. Thank you, Katie, for being from Southeast Alabama, and nobody had to send you a script to tell you talk about the farming business. She comes home, she knows. But only a few folks that are around agriculture are involved in politics.
Politics.
The number would scare you if you really knew. So
So
remember our
remember our
farmers in your
farmers and
prayers. I'm getting feedback now,
that
Ron.
now.
I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. It's I reckon the gremlins are in it. I don't know. But
I don't either.
it's not. I guess the internet. Booger Snodgrass just said it was weather related, but I mean, I don't have a clue on that. I have no idea. But I do need for you to do something, Charlie. I need you to tell him. I know he's watching because he just posted our good friend Billy Shingler at Shingler Law. Tell him about him.
Yeah, he's down in
Down in
the Dollar
the
General.
General.
Yeah, he's at Dollar General in Jakin, Georgia.
That's what I thought. He's
I
seeing all kind of things down there too.
I don't know if he's got a client down there, but he's at Dollar General in Jakin, Georgia right now as we speak.
If you're in trouble or about to get in trouble, or you have a will you need to make, or any kind of problem, or any kind of advice you need from a man who knows the law, it's Shingler Law. Check with him. You won't find a better attorney to talk to. He can get down there and talk on your terms. He won't talk above you. He won't talk below you. He will talk to you. And that's what you need when you need representation of the legal kind in a courtroom or in any legal setting. Shingler Law, 229-524-1225.
Hey guys, it's that time once again, trivia time. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, brought to us tonight by Southern Hissy Fits on the square in Colquitt, 109 West College Street to be exact. Give Miss Vicky a call. There's the numbers right there. You can reach out to her. All your embroidery needs, t-shirts, tumblers, logos, digital designs, caps, anything personalized, whatever you need, they can handle it right there. Our good friends at Southern Hissy Fit on the square in Colquitt. And our winner tonight will receive a car tag. Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show official licensed car tag. Compliments of Southern Hissy Fits. You're the winner tonight on the trivia time here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Here's our trivia question tonight. I need the year, make, and model number of this automobile. Year, make, and model number of this automobile. You can text that to 229-254-5060, or you can put it on the screen there, 229-254-5060, or you can put it in on the comments on the screen there. Year, make, and model of this automobile, and you will be the winner tonight. Year, make, and model. Man, what a classy looking automobile that was.
I'm telling you, I haven't seen one of those even in a car show, and I don't know when. And that was a classic. That was back when making automobiles was about art. Think about the different phases of automobiles and what the models look like, especially during the in the 1950s and in the 60s as well. And now, pretty much everything looks the same on the road, don't it, Marvin?
Yeah. What do you think about this in regards to the cost of it originally?
Probably 1,800, $2,000. Floyd, would I be close?
Well, they said it's more like $4,000 is what that car was. But that was they made 51 of those cars, and
Handmade.
yeah, they made and they got in big time trouble. They got in the other big three automobile makers. Got the politicians after them and put them out of business. But that was a ride right there, now, buddy.
I, I
Got
got an answer that came in from Webb, Alabama, 1948 Hudson. That is
nope.
not correct. The year model, I'll give you that. The year model is correct. The year model is correct. The model is not. It is a 1948, Mr. Bob. He just rolled it around. He said, I meant a 1948 Tucker with the turning headlight.
That's
And
right.
you,
Had the headlight in the middle, and it would turn with your wheel. Whichever way your wheels were turning, the headlight. If you were going to turn left, it point to the left down there before your headlights fixed. That's the way it was. 48 Tucker, and they was a gentleman in Albany, Georgia, that had the largest Tucker collection in the world. They didn't make but 51 of those cars in 1948. And he had a guy at Albany. I don't know. He had 7 or 8 of those cars. A guy at Albany. I can't remember what his name was, but. Probably our friend that's watching Skip Nichols probably knows the guy that had the car up there. But that was a car. Now that was an automobile. Had a rear engine, engine in the rear. Got it.
All right, Mr. Bob, you are the winner in Webb, Alabama. I know you already got a car tag, so I'll see if Miss Vicky can do something else with the logo on it, and we will get that off to you in Webb, Alabama here every Thursday night, watching us on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. 1948 Tucker with the turning center headlight. Mr. Bob, I hope I pronounced this right. Dowie, Dowie. I don't know if I did or not, but anyway, Mr. Bob, we know who you are, and we appreciate you being a faithful viewer of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show right here online. Floyd, you had a little trouble there. I don't know what's going on tonight. I don't know if the internet is just all over, maybe messed up. It may be.
Yeah, they were. You two went blank. I mean, you two, Charlie and Corey went. They y'all just froze up on it, and then I couldn't hear Marvin, I couldn't hear Charlie, and then your picture just went away. And then I looked down there, and I'm talking. And I'm looking down here, and the thing flashes up on the screen. So my internet was off.
Uh,
Lost connection to my internet. So we may have to have a conversation with our AI guys in the morning that we know so well, Marvin. But
yeah, they.
it could have been. It could have been me. I saw somebody out here on the street just a while ago with a light shining all up in the trees and everything around here. So I don't know what's going on. Somebody may be.
Shingler, our attorney Shingler said it's a solar flare inbound. So I don't.
Okay.
Hey,
That might have been what it was, a solar flare out there then.
Petty Chambers wants to know if we know what kind of engine that 1948 Tucker had.
It had a fossil fuel engine.
It wasn't electric. Tell me.
It had a fossil fuel engine in it. Yeah.
You can't make it up.
And it would run. It would run wide open. It would actually outrun a telephone call. That's how fast it was.
Oh,
Hey, Floyd, should I ask Marvin, has he ever heard of anything about the town you and I talked about earlier?
That's interesting.
Marvin,
I looked that up, and you're 100% correct, Johnny. You are correct 100%.
Marvin,
I didn't doubt you, but I wanted to substantiate it.
if we offend anybody, we feel like a lot of times we've done our job if you're a Democrat. But in this particular case, we all have skeletons in our closet. Some town, whole cities, or communities, if you will, have skeletons in the closet. Now, Marvin, I got to ask you,
hmm
as a pastor. Have you ever heard anything about something strange in this little community of Vernon, Florida?
Oh
Do
yeah,
you know what
yeah.
what is Vernon, Florida known for?
The nub capital of the world.
Floyd had never heard that before.
Never
Oh
heard it.
yeah.
Never heard of that.
They
Oh,
somebody got them down and they found out they could get insurance and I think there was more nub people in Vernon, Florida per capita than any place in America.
That's right.
well, here's what the evidence said that a couple of the years Vernon, Florida had 2/3 of the amputee insurance claims in the United States of America.
Mm,
2/3 of them came from a little stop in the road called Vernon, Florida. Now,
mm.
guy tried to do a documentary down there, and he ended up doing the documentary, but he wanted to talk to people, and he got several threats on his life.
Mm.
And then something else came to me, and it's kind of funny, but it's not funny. In 1981, I believe it was, or 84, maybe it was 84. They had a town council meeting down there. Tommy Spates was a reporter for WTVY TV. He, a great friend, and he covered. There was something going on in Vernon, Florida. He covered the council meeting, and a brawl broke out in the council meeting. There is video on YouTube that shows if you put in Vernon, Florida, Nub City. It's one down there on. It's a minute and 4 seconds, and it's video that Tommy Spates, as a news reporter for WTVY TV, did, and he's walking and running in reverse as this big ugly fella with a hook arm. Imagine that, Nub City, hook arm. He gut shot at a woman and then hit a guy and opened a gash on his head. When Tommy came up came into the TV station that afternoon, he came to me first. He said, "Platt, that wrestling stuff y'all do on Saturday night ain't nothing compared to what I just went through." And I was the first, I guess, to see that video. It is on YouTube now, but it all clicked with me when I read the documentary on the Nub City, and then here's this guy with a hook cutting folks' heads,
Mm.
hitting women with a hook.
Charlie, do you remember about 10 years ago when that councilman in Dothan hit Ken Curtis in the face while he was trying to get an interview with him?
The Claw. We
Yeah,
call
Yeah,
him the
that
Claw.
was him. Yeah.
oh, he did
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Scotty, you were bringing up something interesting there about Vernon, Florida. I didn't, but I've been thinking about it since we've been sitting here talking about it. And you know, my list, I do the list of impossibilities. Here's the two things that I find it just impossible for a man with a noob arm to do. It's two occupations that a man with one hand cannot do. One of them is be a barber, and the other one is grunt fish bait. You cannot grunt fish bait with one hand. I don't care how good you think you are. You can't do it. No, it's impossible.
Yep.
And you can't
That
go
that
there.
that.
I ain't never seen a one armed barber that was successful.
But the thing that goes back with the Vernon story, the economy down there got in such sad shape. They lost a sawmill down there somewhere close to the river. And when that happened, a lot of folks lost their jobs, and one person, you know, however it happened, lost a limb. And then it just kind of followed suit with a lot of folks in the community. They were getting big insurance settlements, and y'all can look it up and Google it
Oh
up
yeah.
and read the
Oh, yeah.
story about it because it's quite interesting, and it makes me want to make sure I got plenty of gas if I'm going that way to Panama City to not have to stop there for anything.
We have actually sung in Vernon, Florida. Do you remember the Oak Valley Opry? You remember the Oak Valley Opry, Charlie?
Yeah, yeah.
Charles Gilly had it. Oak Valley is closed now, but they had a big Opry down there, and we've sung down there. I didn't know that story at that time, or I might would have turned that booking down.
Wasn't that Opry, that metal building, if you're going south, left hand side of the road, right before you got to New Hope?
Yes, very
Oh,
nice facility. Very nice.
yeah,
We were
yeah.
big gospel sing down there one night. It's been 15 years ago, and we were down there singing with some other folks. It was really a nice facility to be out in the middle of.
That's when they had the gospel singing midget wrestling back to back that night. Is that right?
Yeah, midget mud wrestling. Anyway, hey Floyd, tell them about our good friends.
Oh, that's some of my good friends right here in Colwood, Georgia. Terry Pickle and his wife Kelly, and they got their daughter that goes in there and manages that place, Miss Haley. She does a great job. Very friendly, very clean, very nice place, and good food. That's the main thing. Great food, good service, a good atmosphere. TK's Bar and Grill in Colwood, Georgia. Y'all know where Colwood, Georgia is. When you get to Colwood, Georgia, go north on Highway 45 there, and right as you're going out of town, look to your left over there and you'll see that building sitting right there. Pull in there, and if you want you a good steak, if you want you some good fried grouper or snapper or a shrimp po' boy or a good hamburger or a good hamburger steak, they got it right there, and you'll get it, and you'll be glad you did because it'll be good. It'll be cooked right. It'll be good. It'll be fresh. And it'll be fit to eat, and you'll have a good time while you're in there. TK's Bar and Grill, Colquitt, Georgia. Don't miss it.
Hey guys, we got a good friend if we've ever had one by the name of TC Berryhill. He has been with us here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show since day one, 2020, April of 2020. He's been here. He is our sponsor in exclusivity and perpetuity of Floyd's list of impossibilities and a whole lot more. Berryhill Auctioneers, world class organization. Visit them on the web, www.bearhillauctioneers.com.
Thank you, Marvin. I appreciate that. We're going to get right on into this. Got several. I've had a little time to contemplate this, and several things that popped out at me this week that intrigued me, and I just wanted to expose them for what they really are, because this is Floyd's list of impossibilities. Impossibility that out of the 20 million illegal alien Haitians that have been planted in 20,000 illegal Haitians that have been planted in Springfield, Ohio, will ever volunteer to ring the Salvation Army bell during Christmas holiday.
Mm.
They won't be there ringing the bell because they don't believe in that kind of stuff. Impossibility. Diddy's Jew honky lawyer can explain with a straight face why Diddy had 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his house. Impossibility that Kamala Harris is qualified to hold a job that requires more intelligence than a job frying French fries at McDonald's.
Mm.
That's her reason. You would. I like it. I like this. It's an impossibility that a tar paper one hole outhouse in Arkansas is more worthless than the United Nations building in New York City. That's the value I put on the United Nations.
That's good right there now.
Yeah, and in conjunction with that, impossibility that more problems have been solved within the walls of the United Nations building in New York City than have been solved within the walls of a one-hole tar paper outhouse in Arkansas. It's a possibility that Kamala can communicate with and relate to any group of people that have an IQ higher than a rutabaga. Hey, here's one right here. Think about this one, boy. Impossibility that there will be one, single electric excavator, electric front end loader, electric dump truck that will be available for cleanup behind Hurricane Helene.
Mm.
They won't be one house powered by solar panels or by windmills behind Helene because it'll all be destroyed. So all of you folks up there in Martha's Vineyard, y'all might want to be thinking about that. Here's one impossibility that there is anyone on the planet more irrelevant than Joe Biden.
Good one.
Impossibility that the great flood during the time of Noah, that anybody ever used the term climate change. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that story about
Yeah.
Noah with the flood? Huh? He never heard about, never said a word about climate change. I wonder why. So, impossibility that Hillary Clinton's drawers smell like anything other than a pot of boiled chitlins.
Oh.
I,
Woo.
I've been laying off of Joe Biden's underwear and staying with Hillary Clinton.
Hillary is a better target. Boom, there ain't much change with Joe. And
And
Joe's on the way out, man. Joe has been, there's old saying that he has just about holed out to the end of his rope. Yeah. And some of you people may not understand what that is, but people my age that grew up on a farm know exactly what Owen is. And
oh,
that's it. I'm done.
I see it.
Oh boy. Oh man, he always ends on an interesting note. Chance of showers a few actually, guys, tonight. And a few showers tomorrow. About a 40% probability. With it, a little bit of activity this afternoon, Florida Panhandle. Uh, we're wide open with the harvest of peanuts, cotton in this area. Please, the folks at Kelly Crop Insurance, we thank them for being a part of this show, and they would love for me to ask you, please be careful when you see these farm implements going down the highway. There's no other way to get them from field to field than on the road. And they're wide and they're slow. But remember, that's where your food comes from. Well, cotton hasn't got anything. You don't eat cotton. What you wearing? Huh?
Hmm.
A pair of
What you got on your
Levi's?
body?
Yeah, what you got on your back? What's this right here? 100% cotton. Cotton. Yeah. This is the only time of the year you'll see them as heavily as you'll see them on the highways. So give them the right of way and, don't try to cut them off or anything like that. They cannot, they cannot help how big that equipment is. They cannot help how slow that equipment is. And if you're one that just operates on, I got to be there just to, you don't leave a little bit early, you're fooling yourself with all this traffic, whether we're gathering crops or not. But a little cooler weather is on the way, guys. I look forward to that. I'm talking about next Thursday night. One forecast says we're going to be at 58 degrees by the time we're on, about 65 or something like that. It's getting that time of the year. Thank y'all for watching. We appreciate it. We're sorry we had any problems tonight. There's something going on with this internet and some things not doing quite right. We hope that that'll get straightened out by next week. Pray for this nation. Gosh, I look, guys, at the news and I wonder did I take enough blood pressure medication for the day? Uh, we're up against the wall. The, what this country is going to be depends on the vote on November 5th. And if you think a cackling, silly acting gal that done this and done that, and her whole career, her whole life has been in politics. You know, all those that live off that sugar tit, let's call it like it is, they all say they're public servants. I've been a public servant. I'm Joe Biden. I've been in public service for 50, 60, oh, almost 70 years. It is not public service if you get a check. If you get a check, it's a job. And a lot of them, that's all in the HELL they have ever done is get a check from folks voting for them because they come around every 4 years and act cool. This isn't about let's break the glass ceiling and put a woman in the White House. This is about the freedoms and what this country was founded on. Christian, Judeo. Uh, it's not about popularity contests. Think what you're doing. Do a lot of prayer before you go and you vote and pray for this nation. We love y'all. Floyd, take it, buddy.
Thank you, Charlie. True said, man. No truer words were ever said than what you just did. Remember what I'm telling you. They coming after you with everything they can come after you with. Uh, your Second Amendment rights, your First Amendment rights. I heard John Kerry the other day talking that he is as worthless. He is as worthless as a rotten egg. John Kerry is. He's one of them public servants, Charlie, that's been the public servant for years. He's a total fraud. He's a total phony. He came up the other day with it that the First Amendment stands in the way of basically what he was saying was standing in the way of censorship, and we can't take our hammer to it unless we do away with the First Amendment. But that's what they want, First Amendment. And listen to me, y'all know what the First Amendment is. That's freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of gathering. That's your freedom, the First Amendment. Second Amendment is your freedom to keep to bear arms. Let me tell you something. You cannot have the First Amendment unless you have the Second Amendment. It won't work. It never has in any country they've tried it in. They're coming after your guns. When they do that, when they get that tended to, and Kamala's already said, we can't trust you to have guns. We're going to go in your house. And she was in California, Attorney General's California. She's already said we will make sure that you have your guns properly handled, properly stored, properly seen about. So they got that on their mind. If they got it, they tell you who they are. They tell you what they're doing. You don't have to think very long because all you got to do is listen to them talk and they'll tell you what they want to do. So your Second Amendment, I'm a big Second Amendment rights guy. I've owned a gun since I was probably 12, 13 years old. I think I had a little old 410 gauge single barrel shotgun, first shotgun I ever had. I never shot nobody. I've never shot nobody with no gun. I've never had to threaten anybody with a gun except one time. But anyway, that was Florida now after that. So it was me and Pearlie Franklin and Bear Calhoun. We were leaving the Daytona 500 race on Sunday. Dusk, dark. Bear Calhoun knows the story. Pearlie, he died. He don't know it. He can't. Pearlie remembered it, but he done gone on. That start one of my good friends. But anyway, your Second Amendment rights. Always, we still have our Second Amendment rights. Always exercise your Second Amendment rights. I mean, carry your protection with you wherever you go. You still have that right now to do that. And surround yourself with like-minded people. Always surround yourself with don't be around a bunch of fools. I've tried that before in my life, and it didn't turn out very good. Don't be around a bunch of fools. You know who they are. You know the fools with yourself. You got any sense at all. If you don't know who they are, then you just big a fool as the ones that you hanging around with. But be vigilant of your surroundings. Know where you are at all times. Know who you are with. Know what's going on around you. If you stop at a traffic light, look to your left and to your right. And if one of them dudes over there is giving you the eye, doing something, you just ease that boy back in reverse or something. Or are you watching and you put your hand on your Second Amendment, and then you ready to do business with it. But always be vigilant of your surroundings, and especially now, when you lay down and go to sleep, start thanking God for what He's done today. Just today, not yesterday, 10 years ago, of what you accumulated, anything. Just thank Him for what He's done for you today. Start thinking about what you've done today, and you would have done none of that without the grace and the mercy of God Almighty. So thank Him for what He's done for you today, and you'll go to sleep, and you'll still be thankful. Good night, y'all. We love you. Marvin, I'm done.
Hey, guys, we appreciate you. We love each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us each and every Thursday night right here. Big shout out to Ziggy B's Sawega Meat Company Phillips Auto Parts and the Holstered 9, Shingler Law, TK's Bar and Grill, Southern Hissy Fit, Bear Hill Auctioneers, and Kelly Crop Insurance, our fine sponsors here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Sunday's coming, you know what I'm going to tell you, go to church, but I'm also going to tell you this. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. We need to be praying for Israel. That is God's chosen land. And we need to be praying for the millions of people that had to seek shelter 2 days ago, yesterday or day before, when all that bombing took place. 10 million Jews had to seek shelter from that rogue Iranian country. Scripture tonight, Floyd, I'm going all the way back to the book of Leviticus in the Old Testament. Moses said then to Aaron, "This is what the Lord spoke of when he said, among those who approach me, I will show myself holy. In the sight of all people, I will be honored." Aaron remained silent. God is holy, God is sovereign, and God is powerful, but God loves you. Don't you ever forget that. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We'll be right back here next week, same place, same time, for more Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. But until then, no matter what you do, where you go, or who you with, always be
particular.
Particular.